Ladies, join the channel here over at SubScribestar for your SJW tune out. This is just not the video for you. So rumor new Disney Star Wars, the Acolyte, to confirm the Force is literally female. It's just what we want to see, a 60-year-old chick from the Matrix running around with a, I don't know, a phallus, a glowing phallus. So Acolyte is the gayest Disney Star Wars so far. That's in their own words. A show made for nobody. And you know, the thing is, chicks are just not interesting. I mean, kind of in general in Hollywood, but also in roles like this. For whatever reason, I'm sure that there's biology in there, but it's, you know, people can, all they have to say to you is an ad hominem and some kind of straw man when you say that. But they don't actually turn up and watch the shows. They're just mad at you for not watching the shows. And yikes, my guy, touch grass, because Star Vagina has like always been woke. Do even media literacy? And in their mind, media literacy means that you must accept the narrative from the 300-pound panty-sniffing soy boy authors. Because for some reason, the left wing in current year trusts the media and government, and of course, Big Pharma. What happened to what happened to the left in the past, I don't know, 30, 40 years? Have they been subverted and corrupted? Well, yes, the past 4 years of events should shown you. Did you see the left wing simping for the media, pharmaceutical, and government complex? And you look at them, it's like, what are you? You're just useful idiots. So the Star Wars, the Force, is revealed as an inherently female being. This doesn't look like 77 Star Wars. What do you mean, like all white people? Yes, that's what Star Wars was. If you want to make something new, you should make something new. But of course, Disney has lost the ability to create. They used to be able to create. Don't get me wrong, in the 80s and 90s, Disney was at a peak. The new Disney cannot create. They're just doing what Amazon Prime is doing to Lord of the Rings with Rings of Power. They can just subvert, assume, and corrupt. They can't actually create something new. This isn't pox, walks, trans, furry, lesbian women. That's not Star Wars. Star Wars was the original 77 Star Wars. If you wanted to continue in that vein and that vibe, knock yourself out, you'd be wildly successful. But Disney and the whole Hollywood Matrix machine, as Andrew Tate is calling them out today, cannot allow that. They can't allow you to have something good that looks like the original, you know, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Luke running around, because then people will compare and contrast the two and go, oh, why can't we get more of this? Like, oh, no, we have all this diversity, feminism stuff over there. And then more and more people, myself included, obviously, are just going to say, yeah, we're done. Diversity and feminism, cancer, it's just not selling. I mean, you know, you can make it for the audience that claims to want that kind of stuff, but they just never materialize when it's time to actually put rubber to road and go to the theaters and pay for $17.50 for a ticket. It's like, this kind of stuff isn't worth it, or whatever Disney Plus charges for streaming. So no, I don't care about media literacy from these weirdos. And it's a flex when the terminally online pronoun current thing enjoyer estrogen taking Twitter commies, that they will spend their time away from cooming to, I don't know, Japanese cartoons, whatever it is they're into, to defend the $150 billion globalist parasitical Disney. But they do, because for the Twitter bullshies and Disney itself, this isn't about this specific show, because I'm going to guess that the watch times are going to be very low. So, as I think all their Disney streaming shows have been, from Andor to Mandalorian was the first. That was probably the exception, because they had that little baby Yoda toy that they could sell to 30-year-old unmarried single chicks masturbating to Star Wars in their bathtub. So they're defending things that they don't watch, because this is the culture war. This isn't about the show at all. And let's be honest, it's going to suck dirty Leslie Headland vagina. The show isn't for people to actually watch it. It's so that they can put their friends and lovers in the show, as they literally have, and get paid to lecture the Birkenstock lesbian audience about pronouns and the illusionary patriarchy and how much they love globalism, except not in their wealthy, gated communities. Diversity lectures are for the cattle debt slaves, the future Soylent Green soup du jour. So the new episode comes out in a few days. I don't know, maybe we could live stream it on Telegram or Odyssey or something. And so far, the rumors from the critics have not been stellar. Some Jedi mixed-race space lesbians scissored a cucumber and queefed out the force that powers the universe. I was like, what was that? God, Zach's old comic book reviews are fantastic. What was that? Not Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel. The Mexican space hero? Oh, God, what was that? Oh, hold on, let me think of that. Okay, I don't remember. Something Chavez, and it was like this really spherical, short lady who, I don't think she spoke Spanish, but she spoke Spanglish because she wanted to keep it real, and she wrote the comic. I forget the name of the comic. It was something America, Ms. America, Captain America. It was stupid, whatever it was. But it was like these two lesbians in space made a space baby with two women somehow, because feminists are endlessly fascinated by their vaginas. Anyway, the show has got a cast of women and non-people of the light, people like us. And personally, I cannot watch non-blonde-haired, blue-eyed Nordic types because I have Mary Sue PTSD from these one-dimensional non-Euro characters. Hey, a stunning and brave and super smart pox, wox, furry, trans, otherkin lesbian. And what's this? A fat, stupid, blonde male who is racist and sexist and xenophobic for not wanting Hobbit Village overrun by, well, those words might be hot words for YouTube. Did he call the non-elf, the pointy ears, I think, was the thinly veiled allusion to the probably the 2020 BLM riots from Rings of Power? Oh gosh, the bad guy is blonde. Wow, just wow. This is so on the nose, it's touching the fucking brain. Aren't blonde people the worst? Focus all your hatred on those people. I wonder what the writing room looks like. You know, I bet you I could smell it. So that was a scene from Rings of Power, the bastardization of Lord of the Rings from Tolkien. I kid you not, guys. All this stuff is not deep. They just hate people of the light, the folks of European descent. Start making lists of shows, and no, not those kind of lists, at least not yet, of commercials and shows by perceived appearance and protagonist or antagonist. Then list who's making or funding these shows. And they're not shows, they're just propaganda. Here with Disney, they have been subsumed by a globalist anti-white parasite that has destroyed its host. And I guess there's kind of a new energy in the air because there's so much more media coverage over this Weinstein's assistant show now than any of the earlier Disney failures. And I think they have all failed other than the first couple bits of The Mandalorian. Hedlund is giving more interviews because I guess she's trying to build up buzz for this feminist bit of diversity cancer. Except so far, it's been having the opposite effect because people are talking about how horrible the show is and Star Wars in general and what cunty douchebags the actors and producers are. And there's a few interviews where the actors are talking about, I think the line the guy said was Darth Vader blowing up the Death Star. Or maybe I think it's Anakin Skywalker, you know, same thing. And nobody else corrected him because I think he was confusing the prequels where he was on that drone ship. I don't know what he was confusing, but the thing is, nobody corrected him on this panel he was sitting at, or nobody. That was just bizarre. And it's not a big deal if the actors don't know the show because they're just actors. The writers and directors have to know it, and they have to also want to honor the artist's original intent. And of course, here they don't. They don't care about Lucas, I assume a British guy, Lucas Electronics for the British cars, and they hate the original trilogy because it's got too many fair, beautiful people of the light in it. That was Star Wars. The original vibe set in 77 set the tone, and when you depart from that, you don't have Star Wars, you have woke Larry Fink, Bob Iger, Soy Wars. Who the hell is still reading Marvel Comics? Thor especially. Let me be clear. Diversity and feminism destroys stories. Globalism is not organic storytelling. People are tribal. They have to look like they belong together. Though someone did send me a bunch of older Thor comics. They were very good because they were older ones. So those days of Hollywood are over and you'll never see them again. These vermin are open Bolsheviks. I think in the Acolyte, the only men of Europe are in prison. So this show marginalizes and oppresses the disenfranchised and othered people of Europe. I mean, see, we can talk like they talk. assholes. Like I said, I cannot watch shows without representation of the blonde-haired, blue-eyed people and positive roles, which would mean that the poxwalks would have to be in the antagonist roles, which obviously would be better, or just use an entire Euro cast of blonde and blue-haired people. Go film up in Sweden while you still can. And since none of those things are going to happen, Hollywood is over for me and people like me, and I represent legions of normal people who are just done with anti-white Hollywood. That's not what a Jedi looks like. Neither is that, and neither is that. Oh, as someone pointed out, this was the time set where Yoda was alive. It was, I think this is 20 years before the prequel. So Yoda's around, the Jedi are around, and they go, oh, well, you could have put Yoda in the show. He's a hugely popular character. And Leslie Headland instead put her girlfriend in green paint and put her in the show. An angry Birkenstock wearing type of chick. I don't know if this is too much for YouTube. Every day is a struggle to dial it back enough to make it cool for YouTube. It's just a little bit more free speech would be cool. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next episode.